Welcome back to Virtual Reality Game Dev Ed. This is the second video tutorial for our friend codenamed B. For the sake of our friends, I'm going to go ahead and use initials like that. Where I left off last time, we saw some interesting stuff. We had a red flag come down here. I'll go ahead and I'll talk about that later. For now, what I did to get to where I am is I went ahead and closed the program where it was, and it gave me the option to save the scene. I went ahead and saved my scene as tutorial B, and then when I reopened it, it came up clean. So I'm able to play it now. This is where I left off. And that's what we would have seen before that. I'm not sure exactly what happened with the render texture fail. I think it might have had something to do with where the light was. What I have done is actually rotated my directional light a little bit so that it lit up the plane a little bit here. That way we have a little bit of light there. However, this is a good place to pick right up. So, first thing I need to do is finish off interface. I forgot to mention a few things. For one, layout. All of these menus are movable. You can actually have them floating. You can set them down here and make it stack on top of each other. You can put them on the side anywhere you want. You can set it up however you want. This little menu up here has a bunch of preset layouts that Unity made for us, which is very nice. You can go ahead and choose whichever one you like. I personally happen to like the wide. Works well for me, except I switched that back over, so that's back to the default. Let's go ahead and center back on my cube, and there we go, we're ready to start. This one is one that I didn't mention at all. This is actually a preview of your game scene. You can again set this to the side and view your game as you are building it. However, we are not going to have anything going on over here for very long, or for a little while, because we don't have any programming in the game yet. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that behind my scene menu. Also, let me go ahead and rotate this guy a little bit, and then change this to local. Now we see this is literally moving up and down on his personal y-axis. Okay. It will go any which way you want. You turn it back to global and he will move up and down in the global axis. Simple stuff, right? Very easy to maneuver around what I'm doing here. This is my middle mouse button. This is my right mouse button. Again, I mentioned that in the last video. Very easy program to maneuver around in. Okay. I want to go ahead and leave this on global. Let me select my cube, use my inspector to go ahead and set him back upright. Okay. Now, another thing, I want to set him a little closer to my plane. And this will give you a preview of what you're going to see there. Alright. So, the very first thing we want to do, now we actually want to do something, right? We have absolutely nothing going on here. It's boring. It's no fun. So, let's give him a little bit of character. First of all, just so we have something to walk on, let's go ahead and scale our plane up to 10 on the X and Z axis. If you forget which axis is going what, This will always help you out. Scaling a y-axis on a plane does not do anything because a plane is a flat shape. So go ahead and leave that as 1 for now. Preview our game, and we have a big enough field to walk on now. Okay, so as I said, we will be importing all of our own assets as we go. This is the first step. We have nothing in our project folder right now except for our saved scene. First thing we want to do is go ahead and create a new folder. Call this Scenes, and go ahead and take the tutorial or whatever you named your scene and go ahead and place that in there. Okay. Now we have a nice clean project folder ready to import our first set of assets. Come up here under the Assets menu, Import Package. Unity is absolutely amazing. It comes with almost everything that beginners need to get started. Right here is our character controller. As I said, we're going to give our cube a little bit of character, make him move. So that is the first thing we want to do. We want to go ahead and import a character controller. Now we see a bunch of funny stuff right here. I will explain what all of this is. Go ahead and just click import. Leave all of these selected. Import it. It takes just a short second. And there we go. Now we have our first bit of character. Okay. So, just as the demo, let's go ahead and place in this character and see how he works. Let's pull him up a little bit. One thing is we have gravity turned on him. He has gravity. So let's go ahead and click play right now and first see what happens. Right? He falls right down there on what I'm doing is pressing the forward button on my mouse or on my keyboard, and you press right and he'll go right, left, left, back, back. Very simple stuff, right? You hold 2 of the buttons and he will go at angles. This is very neat, right? We have a box collider on this. Now we're seeing some physics. He will literally not walk through this box because of this. And we'll do some stuff. What's going on with our character here? He is actually automatically playing animations. We see these animations here. You design the character and all of the animations in other programs such as Blender, which I will get into later. Right now we're just doing some demo stuff, so this is what we're just going to use Unity's demo stuff. Anyway, say you wanted to go ahead and walk over to the edge of your scene here. Now we get to see a little bit of physics. Gravity will make you fall. Okay? Now, one thing is we have a camera following him and whatnot. Our main camera is following him, however, it's not completely. It only sticks. It's not doing exactly what we want, the camera that is. So, in order to make the camera follow him right, we will add some more scripts. Okay? Go ahead and stop your game again. Next thing we will do is come up here in the Assets folder, import package, come down here. Again, Unity is absolutely amazing for beginners. By the way, in the last video I mentioned skyboxes. If you wanted to go ahead and import those, right there. Go ahead and import your scripts folder. And the wonderful thing about this is it has smooth follow and smooth look at, and that's what we're going for. Okay. Now that that's done, now we have our scripts folder. Okay. Now, if we come up here, now we have our camera controller, character controller, and scripts. Things that we did not see before, right? Unity is very, very cool. Everything that you import is, well, many things that you import are automatically simulated into the game engine, so you can work with it with ease. Okay, now, first thing we want to do is go ahead and delete this guy. And right-click on your item and delete him out of the scene. We will be putting that stuff, make our cube walk, and make our camera actually follow the cube. Okay. So, first thing we want to do is give our cube let's go ahead and give him a first-person character controller. Now, what this does, if we press play, now it will literally move for us. It's moving a little slow. We will change the speed and whatnot later, but for now, that's good enough. It does move, so we have something going on. Alright. Now, we want our camera to follow that cube, right? If I'm moving the cube across the screen as you see right now, I'm just pressing my left key on my keyboard to do this. The camera is not following him at all. So, we have to click on our camera, go ahead and pause your game, click on your camera, come to component camera controller, and go to smooth look at. Now, we have another little thing that pops up in our inspector. Again, the inspector will tell us everything that's going on this object. We come down here and we see target, and it is not, it has none. It is very easy to do. All we have to do is click, hold, and drag our cube over to this box. Click it there. Now click play. And as we move the cube, our camera is now following the cube and keeping it in the center of the screen. Okay, that is where I will close this video. I'm out of time. I will pick up right there. We will be actually getting into the scripts and making him move a little faster and such, so it's a lot easier to work with now. Alright, and introducing another program that comes with Unity called MonoDevelop. Alright, that's all for this. See you next time.